All right, let's talk about water. Its story is this incredible blend of ancient wisdom and brand new technology. And figuring out that story, well, that's really the key to tackling one of the biggest challenges our world is facing right now, the global water crisis. I want you to just pause for a second. Seriously, picture your day from the moment you wake up, but with no water. No morning coffee, no shower, no flushing the toilet. It sounds like something out of a disaster movie for a lot of us, right? But what if I told you that for millions, this isn't imagination at all? For 2 billion people, that's a quarter of the entire planet, a day without safe, clean drinking water isn't a what if. It's their everyday reality. That number right there is the reason we need to have this conversation. Okay, so where do we even begin with a problem this big? Well, first, we've got to wrap our heads around the sheer scale of it all. This is the story of a planet that is literally thirsting. Water is, well, it's everything. It's this non-living or abiotic part of our world that all life absolutely depends on. It's behind our food, our health, our survival. And even though our planet looks like a big blue marble from space, the amount of clean, safe water is becoming more and more scarce. That's the paradox we're up against.
So what's the fix? Well, you might be surprised to hear this, but sometimes the best way to move forward is actually to look backward. There is a deep, deep well of wisdom in our past.
Now check this out. Be compassionate to all living beings. This isn't just some feel-good quote. For the Bishnoi community in Rajasthan, India, it's a sacred law and has been for over 500 years. Their beliefs forbid cutting down green trees and demand a deep respect for all wildlife. It's an amazing example of how conservation can be baked right into the culture itself. And what the Bishnoi do is a perfect window into this bigger idea of indigenous knowledge. Don't think of this as some old, dusty rule book. No way. It's a living, breathing system of science, really. It's been tested and tweaked over hundreds of generations to work in perfect harmony with a specific place. And you can see this kind of knowledge in action all over the world. Take South Africa, for instance. Communities there can literally read the environment. They know that when certain trees bloom, rain is coming. They work together to save soil and water. And most importantly, they make sure the elders pass this crucial know-how down to the kids. Okay, so we have all this incredible ancient wisdom, but it doesn't just belong in the past. In fact, it's at its most powerful when you pair it with the best of what we can do today. Rainwater harvesting is a brilliant example. The idea's been around forever, but with today's tech, it's incredibly efficient. The process is so simple, so elegant. Step 1, you catch the rain on a roof. Step 2, pipes carry it away. Step 3, a filter cleans it up, and Step 4, you store it in a tank. That's it. Clean water, ready when you need it. And then there's farming, which uses a massive amount of water. You see those traditional sprinklers just spraying water everywhere? They lose a ton of it to the air. They're only about 65 to 75% efficient. But drip irrigation? It's a total game changer. By getting water right to the roots of the plants, it's up to 90% efficient. We can grow more food with so much less water. So, we've got ancient wisdom on one side, modern tech on the other. What if we brought them together? Well, that's when you get something truly amazing. Solutions that are inspired by nature itself. The whole idea behind this is so simple, it's brilliant. Stop trying to conquer nature and just work with it. So instead of only building concrete gray stuff like dams and pipes, we invest in green infrastructure. We're talking about protecting forests, restoring wetlands, and keeping rivers healthy. These are systems that already know how to manage water better than we ever could. And if you think this is just some nice idea without real-world application, get a load of this. Back in the 1990s, New York City had a massive choice to make. Their water quality was dropping. They could spend about $9 billion on a new filtration plant, or they could spend $1.5 billion to restore the natural ecosystem, the watershed, that provides their water. They chose nature. And you know what? It worked beautifully. So, when you see a picture of a healthy watershed, it's not just a beautiful landscape. It's a living, breathing machine. It's a high-tech water purification plant that runs itself, maintains itself, and does it all for a fraction of the cost. It's living infrastructure. Okay, so this all sounds huge, right? Watersheds, citywide projects. But this whole story also comes right back down to us, to you and me. Because the solution isn't just out there, it's in here, in the choices we make every single day. Because every single one of us can make a difference, and it's not as hard as you think. These little things, they create massive ripples. That wastewater from a water purifier, it's perfect for mopping the floor. The water you use to rinse vegetables, your houseplants will thank you for it. Even recycling paper has a huge impact on water use. Each small choice, when we all do it, adds up to a tidal wave of change. So in the end, you see, the story of water, it is our story. It's the story of all of us. We've got the echoes of the past to guide us and the innovations of the present to empower us. There's really only one question left to answer. How are we, all of us, together, going to write the next chapter?